uh, Balance scorecard. Mm. This is an animal that is very, very important in managing today for controls, and also making sure that you create a high performing work culture and make sure that all your resources are placed where they're adding the highest value competitively. Uh, One thing is, in the past, some organizations were having systems which are not perfectly working optimally. We want a situation where every chain is working and identified and then targeted properly for improvement, and so that you allocate your money in every system. Organization has to be robust, and then idle resources, all resources have to be where they're adding the highest value, but you have to take time to know which chains and how important it is. First, people used to concentrate a lot on finances. Then again, they're forgetting that for finances to work, operations has to work perfectly. So if you are a manufacturing organization, you have to be on top operationally. Like your processes have to be perfect. Then knowledge, very, very important. Your people have to be an asset. Then you have to take time and money to develop the knowledge that is needed, and then the control. So you have to identify all your chains and then apportion time and resources to all chains so that the organization works optimally. If you don't do that, things are not going to work. And if you just concentrate on one, then you'll be lying. The best case I can give again is the one of Covey, where Covey is talking of a golden goose in 7 Habits of Most Effective People. Then he talks of this golden goose, which the farmer had a golden goose, and the golden goose was laying golden egg. Then the first time he couldn't believe he had a golden egg. Then he took it to the assessors. They checked. Then they found it was golden. Then every morning this goose will lay golden egg every morning. Then the farmer got excited. Then he decided to open up the tummy of the goose to get all the eggs at a go. Then to his surprise, when he opened the tummy, there were no eggs. And then now the whole business collapsed. Now that is what is happening in most organizations. It's greed. We overdo things. We don't sustain the process. We want the product, but we don't want the production capacity. Balance scorecard is forcing us to sustain the production capacity in every area, in every chain where it matters, so that we make sure that finances are working fine. We make sure that production is working fine. We make sure that HR is working fine. We make sure that procurement is working fine. We make sure that knowledge is working fine. And we make sure that stakeholders are also on board. And when you do that overall, it's when you'll get your product. And then you can now get sustainable product. Then that is what leads to a sustainable center of excellence. You have to take a balanced scorecard approach. And look at that farmer. That is what we do a lot. We don't sustain our production capacity. Sometimes we overwork them. Sometimes we deny some resources. Sometimes we don't apportion budgets and monies to the relevant chains. Then when they break down, the whole organization breaks down. Yeah. When you don't have right people managed well, you're going nowhere. When your finances are not managed well, you're going nowhere. You won't have enough cash flow, and profitability will not be there. When your engineering and processes are not working well, then again you're going nowhere. Eventually you'll crumble down, and that is what most managers don't do. So this is forcing managers not to manage for today. They have to manage for tomorrow, and that is what is sustainable, and that is what we want now. As you become efficient, can you sustain it? Yeah, and you can only sustain it by doing the right thing and knowing that tomorrow is there, so that you manage for tomorrow. And that's why balanced scorecard should be in the mind of every. And when you're evaluating work, evaluate work in terms of balanced scorecard. Are they doing things in every area? With that,